The Jurassic Park franchise exploded into popularity after the release of the original film back in 1993, and with its great success came millions of ravenous fans awaiting the eventual sequel that everyone would get the privilege of seeing in May of 1997. One of the franchise's most interesting eras happens to be between this gap of the first and second movies, in which several spin-offs and non-canon sequels were made to capitalize off of the success of the dinosaur phenomenon going on at the time. I've talked about a few of these spin-offs in passing on the channel in the past, like The Chaos Continues and Rampage Edition for the 16-bit consoles, but not as many fans are as well versed in the comic series that were coming out around this time. Before The Lost World, there was a large amount of material printed that would serve as a continuation of the events from the first film, and each and every one of them are important enough to at least give recognition to. This era of Jurassic Park has always been special to me because after seeing that first initial movie, I can remember being extremely eager to see the next chapter of the series saga. I wasn't the only one. Everyone was getting excited for what possible scenario could play out in further films in the series, and every movie studio was attempting their own dinosaur-themed films or TV series to try and turn a little profit from the waiting masses. But the video games and comic books are really the only thing to hold others off long enough until the release of The Lost World. I wasn't old enough to read these books back then, but I really wish I could have caught them in their prime, because honestly, there's a lot of great stuff in here. I've recently bought the first 10 issues of the sequel storyline that picks up 3 days after the events of the original Jurassic Park. These issues are in small segments with their own titles like Raptor, Raptor's Hijack, and Raptor's Attack, and I thought it would be fun to share with you all the stories told within the confines of these comic book pages, and get a look at the alternate sequels that could have taken place in other mediums outside of the film series. And every Monday and Friday from now until the story ends, I'm going to try and upload an entire issue adapted to video format, where I go over the events of these lesser-known Jurassic tales. The versions I have are a collected format with the moniker Jurassic Park Adventures, and they were pretty cheap to pick up on the internet, with my total cost only coming out to a little over $20 US. So if you're interested in collecting these comics for yourself, the good news is they're extremely cheap. Depending on how the story ends and how well the series is received, I will go on to different Jurassic Park comic book series such as Devils in the Desert, Dangerous Games, Jurassic Park Zero, and The Return to Jurassic Park, if you all enjoy it, that is. Like I said, this area of Jurassic Park has always been pretty special to me, and it's quite intriguing to see all of the thought and progression the InGen and dinosaur stories have gone through in different forms of media outside of the films. Curiously, each and every sequel work to Jurassic Park has had the inclusion of Alan Grant willingly return to Isla Nublar with little to no anger or prejudice towards the events he experienced in the duration of the first film. This is very, very important to me and something I would love to talk about in the future video. I know I'm in somewhat of a minority group on this topic, but I for one think it is absolutely in Alan Grant's character to not only want to go back to the island, but to actively search for a way to do so. In Jurassic Park 3, a lot of time has obviously passed between his initial encounter in the first film, and he shows large signs of resentment and even disgust towards the dinosaurs that InGen had created. This couldn't be further from the truth in the original film, where even after he's attacked and chased by dinosaurs, he still makes an effort to observe, interact with, and teach the children about these animals out of the love and deep compassion he has for these creatures. He even tosses his fossilized raptor claw out of the tree he's taken up with Lex and Tim, signifying, to me at least, his evolution from paleontologist to walker amongst living dinosaurs. Now again, I know I'm a minority on thinking this way about the character, but I'm very grateful I'm not the only one who thinks he would have returned in a heartbeat. This new series of comic books will detail both Alan Grant as well as Ellie Sattler, and a certain chaotician's return to the world of dinosaur adventures, and be one I am eager to share with you all. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video, and hope you've enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I've deserved it, I would appreciate the like, and hope you consider subscribing so that you can see me again. I'll see you all in the next video, and as always guys, take it easy.